A very good evening to one and all who is watching this video today. Hello, my name is Ms. Divya Snehal and I would like to welcome you to my channel Learn to Live with Ms. Divya. Today is going to be the first class of transformation of sentences. So far we have seen what is a sentence, what is the difference between a sentence, a phrase and a clause. We have understood the various kinds of sentences and we have also seen how to distinguish a sentence into a subject and a predicate. Today, based on kinds of sentences, we learn how do we change one kind of a sentence into another. So this is the first class related to transformation of sentences. So let's get started without further ado. Transformation of sentences. Transformation of sentences. Let's quickly recall how many kinds of sentences are there. Well, there is assertive, which is further divided into affirmative and negative. Then we have imperative sentences, all those requests, commands, orders. Okay. Then you have exclamatory sentences, those which express a certain kind of an emotion, and then you have interrogative sentences, those sentences which tend to ask a question. We learn how do we change one kind of sentence into another. So basically there is only one rule. Number one, the only rule is that the meaning and the tense should not change, or of the answer sentence should not change. Dear students, this is the only rule. So you have to make sure that the meaning and the tense of a sentence does not change. Let us understand this with the help of examples. Chalo. For example, this is F. Okay, for example, first one. I visited my friend. If I ask you to change it into a question, how will you do it? Into interrogative sentences. Into an interrogative sentence. How will you change it? They can be changed in any way. First one would be, who visited my friend? Who visited my friend? The answer would be, I visited my friend. So I have framed the same sentence reframed the sentence into a question such that I get this statement as my answer. I get this sentence as my answer. Also the verb is in the same tense. Visited, simple past, visited, simple past. Okay, you may argue that, ma'am, here I am asking a question, here I am giving the response. But that much change is allowed, because if you become that rigid, transformation would not be possible. Same sentence if it says into an exclamatory one. Into an exclamatory one. If someone asks you, how will you change it? How will you change it? Okay, this same sentence can be reframed in another way. Whom did I visit? Whom did I visit? My friend. I visited my friend. This sentence can also be reframed into another question. I am talking about this one, into an interrogative sentence. I can reframe it into another question. Whom did I visit? I visited my friend. So that would be the sentence number B that I missed writing over here. Anyways, into an exclamatory one. I visited my friend for so long. I visited my friend after years. After years. I am adding some meaning to the sentence, which is fine because I have to change it into an exclamatory one. I should express my satisfaction on visiting my friend after so long. Even if you don't add these words and put an exclamation mark here, I suppose you will still get half a mark. Okay, I suppose you will still get half a mark. Please ask your individual respective teachers at school how will you change it into an exclamatory one for better clarity. I am explaining it to you as far as my understanding goes. That if I am converting into an exclamatory sentence, there should be some element of wonder or surprise. And that element comes when I add this part after years. Okay, therefore I am so satisfied that I exclaim it this way. I met my friend after many years. After years I met him. The happiness, the wonder is still there. Okay. So this is how we are going to change different kinds of sentences into other kinds of sentences. And we shall begin it topic wise. Alright. So the first topic we will change assertive sentences into interrogative sentences and vice versa. We will change assertive sentences into interrogative ones and vice versa. Don't worry, we will solve questions together and therefore it will become even more clear. Assertive sentences to interrogative ones. Assertive sentences into interrogative sentences. This is our one. Okay, let's begin. Ram and Kumar are friends. First one, let's deal with it. I visited my friend. I visited my friend. Try to rewrite the same answer, children. Try to rewrite the same answer. Second, Ram and Kumar are friends. Ram and... Wait, let me give some more space over here. Ram and Kumar are friends. Three. I had my lunch late in the afternoon. I had my lunch late in the afternoon. Okay. Yes. Try to answer it on your own first. Okay. One is who visited my friend? Question mark is very, very important. And another one would be whom did I visit? Whom did I visit? The answer will again be the same sentence, I visited my friend. One more thing, this did over here stands for simple past. Since the verb do is in the form of did, we know that this sentence is in simple past. And our question sentence is also in simple past. Here also visited remains the same, so simple past once again. Coming to the next question, Ram and Kumar are friends. Again you can frame it into two separate sentences. One would be, are Ram and Kumar friends? Are they friends? This is one question. You simply put this helping verb at the beginning of the sentence and that is your question. Next one can be, what is the relationship between Ram and Kumar? What is the relationship The relationship. I don't have space over here, so please write it, please complete it. What is the relationship between Ram and Kumar? I don't have space over here, so please write. What is the relationship between Ram and Kumar? Third one, I had my lunch late in the afternoon. Excuse me. I had my lunch late in the afternoon. How will we change this? How will we change this? One is, who had lunch late in the afternoon? Who had lunch late in the afternoon? Who had lunch late in the afternoon? And another change that can be made. When did I have my lunch? When did I have my lunch? When did I have my lunch? I had my lunch late in the afternoon. That would be the answer. So again, one single sentence can be transformed in two ways. Let's move ahead. Let's move ahead. Sentence number 4. What did you do late in the afternoon? What did you do? Late in the afternoon. You can have multiple answers here also. What did you do late in the afternoon? Oh, sorry. This we have to change it into assertive one. This we have to change into an assertive one. Oh, okay. Sorry, children. This is the answer to the previous one. This is not a separate question. Please forgive me here. The servant broke the window pane. The servant broke the window pane. The servant broke the window pane. How will you change it? Who broke the window pane? Who broke the window pane? And another one. What did the servant break? What did the servant break? How do we know that it can be changed into two different questions? Well, you see, the trick is that you identify the nouns, the servant and the window pane. Try to frame a question in such a manner that you get these words as the answer. You see, in the first one, who broke the window pane? The servant broke the window pane. The servant becomes the answer. In the next sentence, what did the servant break? The servant broke the window pane. What did? Again, this word here shows that the sentence is in simple past. And this did over here also tells us that the question sentence is in simple past. Here also broke. These words will tell us that the sentence is, all the three sentences are in simple past. Coming back to here, what did the servant break? The servant broke the window pane. So always when you are changing any sentence into an interrogative one, please pay attention that you have to frame the question in such a manner that the answer is always the noun of the sentence or the pronoun of the sentence. The noun and the pronoun can come both as the subject and as the object. That is fine. Okay, just focus on the nouns and you will be able to frame it. Coming to the next one, 5. My brother went to Shimla with you. My brother My brother went to Shimla with you. Okay. My brother went to Shimla with you. Now, who went? Okay, obviously. Let's identify all the nouns first. My brother is one person, Shimla is a place, and you is another person. So we'll have three possible answers to this one question. Let us see. My brother went to Shimla with you. Who went to Shimla with you? Who went to Shimla with you? This we did. Next, to Shimla. Where did you go with my brother? I am the speaker. There are two more people. One is my brother and one is you. Somebody else who is you. For me, that person is you. So we are three people over here. I am the one who is raising this question and I am asking this man, my brother. No, I am asking you. And I am talking about my brother. So I am the speaker, you is the listener, and you will respond to me. And we are all talking about my brother's trip with this you person to Shimla. I hope the situation is clear to you. Who went to Shimla with you? This we did. Now we have to frame a question where Shimla comes as the answer. Where did you go with my brother? Where did you go with my brother? Where did you go with my brother? This is the second one. Next one would be my brother went to Shimla with whom? With you. With whom did my brother went to Shimla? With whom? With whom my brother wait. With whom did my brother go to Shimla? With whom did my brother with whom did he go to Shimla? With whom did my brother go to Shimla? मेरा भाई किसके साथ शिमला गया? तुम्हारे साथ गया. So you see, three different nouns, three different possible answers, and each of them is correct. Coming to the next question. Okay, there is one more possible answer. Did you go to Shimla with my brother? My brother went to Shimla with you. It can also be asked this way. Did you go to Shimla? With whom did my brother go to Shimla? With you. Did you go to Shimla with my brother? So you can see we have 4 answers for one question. Suppose you get even one correct, you get full mark for this one question. Let's come to the next one. Even I am awestruck because I did not frame this one in my notes. Chalo. Now this sentence would be sentence number 6. Okay. 6th one. This book contains 110 pages. This book contains 110 pages. So, this book and 110 pages, we have two nouns. Which book contains, what contains 110 pages? 110 pages, this book. It could have been a diary, it could have been a dictionary, it could have been a travelogue, but we are talking about this book, the book which somebody is pointing at. This book contains 110 pages. You are pointing out the book. So therefore, this book contains 110 pages. Next one, with using this 110 pages as our answer, the question would be, how many pages does this book contain? Does this book contain? Does this book contain? How many pages does this book contain? The answer would be 110 pages. Again, we look at the tense. This book contains, simple present. What contains? Again, simple present. Simple present. How many pages does? Again, simple present. So all the three sentences, the verb is the same. It is in simple present tense. One question we framed based on this book as the answer. Another question we framed on this 110 pages as the answer. Let's move on to the next one. 7. I was not born in 1979. I was not born in 1979. Can anyone tell me how is this question different from all the questions that we have discussed so far? Can anyone tell me how is this question different from all the questions that we have discussed so far? Absolutely correct. You have a negative word over here, not. This is a negative sentence. It is an assertive sentence, but an assertive negative sentence, if you may recall. Okay, those who have been revising their notes continuously will remember. So this is a negative sentence and we are supposed to change this into a question. How will we do that? How will we do that? I was not born in 1979. Well, this, you take it as an adverb. It is an adverb. So the position will keep on changing. But we can accommodate this in our questions. Let's see how. I was not born in 1979. I was not born in 1979. We'll take these two as nouns. So, who was not born? Who was not born in 1979? The answer will be I was not born in 1979. Another one, when were you not born? When were you not born? When were you not born? I was not born in 1979. Understood? So we changed it. The not, we adjusted it in both the sentences. And it happened quite fluently also. Who was not born in 1979? I was not born in 1979. When were you not born? I was not born in 1979. Question, answer, question, answer, question, answer. Now look at the tense. Was not. Simple past. Was not. Simple past. Were you. Simple past. So all the three sentences are in simple past. Was, were. Okay, simply was, were. And there is no ing word over here, so it remains in simple past. Very good. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 8. You can watch this video once and then note down all the questions in a separate sheet and then try answering them as a practice session. And then you can come back to the video and match them up. First you watch this whole video, then what do? You keep on noting down only the questions. Then when you have watched it once, even if you are preparing notes alongside, no problem. But if you watch it once, then you close the video and try to answer all the questions one by one. All the different kinds of answers that you can get. And see whether you can get it right or not by again coming back and watching the video once again. Okay, I hope I made it clear how are you supposed to move ahead. Coming to question number 8. A year does not have 13 months. Same kind of question. A year does not have 13 months. How will we change this? A year does not have 13 months. First is a year is one noun that we can take and 13 months is another noun that we can take. first question would be, what does not have 13 months? What does not have 13 months? A year does not have 13 months here. Another one would be, what is it that a year does not have? What is it? What is it that a year does not have? What is it that a year does not have? A year does not have 13 months. Why do you think we have used the word have over here and not has? Because 13 months is plural. Okay, here in the question, a year does not have 13 months. We have used the word have because 13 months is plural in nature. Similarly, when we are framing the question for the same, we are using the auxiliary verb have, because the answer is going to be 13 months. The answer is going to be 13 months. Coming to the next question. 9th. I do not go to bed at 10:30 p.m. I do not go to bed at 10:30 p.m. I do not go to bed at 10:30 p.m. How will I change it? First of all, I and 10 p.m. We identified what we will get as the answer to our interrogative sentences. Let's frame the answers now. First one, who does not go to bed at 10:30 p.m.? I do not go to bed at 10:30 p.m. Who does not go to bed at 10:30 p.m. I don't go to bed at 10:30 p.m. Next one, at what time do I not go to bed? At what time do I not go to bed? Again, you have to take care of this not over here. Okay, who का जवाब हमेशा एक प्रोनाउन या नाउन होता है. I hope आप इतना तो जानते ही होंगे. इस not का भी ख्याल हमें रखना पड़ेगा. So, who does not go to bed at 10:30 p.m.? I do not go to bed at 10:30 p.m. At what time do I not go to bed? At what time? कितने बजे मैं सोने नहीं जाता या जाती? At what time do I not go to bed? Not go to bed. जब भी आप अपना क्वेश्चन फ्रेम करें, अगर आपको लग रहा है कि इसका ग्रामर सही नहीं है, तो उसे 2-3 बार पढ़ें. आपको आवाज़ से भी पता चल जाएगा कई बार कि आपने जो सेंटेंस फ्रेम किया है वो थोड़ा अमिस साउंड कर रहा है, कुछ तो गड़बड़ है उस सेंटेंस में. और ये क्लैरिटी आपके अंदर तभी आएगी जब आप पढ़ेंगे, रीड करेंगे. इंग्लिश को पढ़िए, न्यूज़पेपर्स पढ़िए, स्टोरी बुक्स पढ़िए. अगर न्यूज़पेपर आपको बहुत मुश्किल लगता है, क्योंकि मुझे भी थोड़ा मुश्किल लगता है, तो मैं स्टोरी बुक्स पढ़ सकती हूँ. शॉर्ट स्टोरीज़ की किताबें, सुधा मूर्ति हैं, रस्किन बॉन्ड है, R.K. नारायण है. ओके, आपके पास चॉइसेस हैं, जो आपको अच्छी लगे. एक छोटी सी इंग्लिश की स्टोरी बुक रखिए और उसे पढ़िए, तो उससे आपका सेंस स्ट्रांग होगा जब आपको लगेगा कि ग्रामर सही जा रहा है या गलत. तो एट व्हाट टाइम डू आई नॉट गो टू बेड? आई डू नॉट गो टू बेड एट 10:30 p.m. चलिए अगले सवाल पर आते हैं. क्वेश्चन नंबर 10. She likes shopping very much. She likes shopping very much. अच्छा, एक और चीज तुम्हें बताना ही भूल गई. आप क्वेश्चन टैग्स का यूज करके भी उन्हें इंटरोगेटिव सेंटेंसेस बना सकते हैं. जैसे कि ये, आई डू नॉट गो टू बेड एट 10:30 p.m. ये सेम क्वेश्चन कॉपी करके यहाँ पर यदि आप डू आई ऐड कर देते हैं तो ये आराम से आपका इंटरोगेटिव सेंटेंस बन जाएगा. यहाँ पर अगर आप यहाँ कॉमन आंसर में कॉमा डाल करके डू आई ऐड कर देते हैं तो ये आपका इंटरोगेटिव सेंटेंस बन जाएगा इजीली. तो अगर आपको इतना तिगड़मबाजी नहीं समझ में आ रहा है हालांकि आनी चाहिए, बट अगर नहीं आ रहा है फिर भी तो ये एक छोटा सा चेंज करके इंटरोगेटिव सेंटेंसेस बना सकते हैं। शी लाइक्स शॉपिंग वेरी मच, यहाँ पर भी अगर हम यहाँ पे एक कॉमा डाल के ऐसे लिख देते हैं डजंट शी, तो ये हमारा इंटरोगेटिव सेंटेंस बन जाएगा, ये हमारा इंटरोगेटिव सेंटेंस बन जाएगा अगर आप ये वाला पार्ट ऐड कर देते हैं तो। बट मैं आपको दूसरे तरीकों से भी चेंज करना सिखाना चाहती हूँ। चलिए वापस आते हैं। शी लाइक्स शॉपिंग वेरी मच, शी है और शॉपिंग है, दो चीजें हैं जिनको हम आंसर की तरह प्राप्त करें, इस तरह के इंटरोगेटिव सेंटेंसेस बना सकते हैं। फर्स्ट वन वुड बी हु लाइक्स शॉपिंग वेरी मच, बहुत ऑब्वियस, हु लाइक्स शॉपिंग वेरी मच, हु लाइक्स शॉपिंग वेरी मच। इसका जवाब में आपको मिलेगा शी। और दूसरा सेंटेंस जो बनेगा व्हाट डज शी लाइक वेरी मच, व्हाट डज शी लाइक, व्हाट डज शी लाइक वेरी मच। आई होप आपको इतना नीचे दिख रहा हो। इफ दिस पार्ट इज नॉट क्लियर टू यू तो मैं बोल देती हूँ। व्हाट डज शी लाइक वेरी मच, शी लाइक्स शॉपिंग वेरी मच। अब हम टेंस एक बार क्रॉस वेरीफाई कर लेते हैं। लाइक्स यहाँ सिंपल प्रेजेंट, लाइक्स यहाँ पे सिंपल प्रेजेंट, लाइक व्हाट डज शी लाइक सिंगुलर है, शी के साथ व्हाट डज शी लाइक्स वेरी मच, नहीं डज लाइक है, डज लाइक है, तो फिर डज में ES लगा है ना, सिंगुलर, शी सिंगुलर है तो सिंगुलर सब्जेक्ट के साथ सिंगुलर वर्ब लगेगा। डज में ES लगा है इसीलिए सिंगुलर वर्ब हो गया, इसीलिए लाइक्स में S नहीं लगा है। डज लाइक में सिर्फ एक शब्द में ES लगेगा तो वो एक सिंगुलर वर्ब हो जाएगा, दोनों जगह पे ES लगाने की जरूरत नहीं है। What does she like very much? She likes shopping very much। अब हमने 10 सेंटेंसेस कर लिए हैं। अब आता है इंटरोगेटिव से असर्टिव की ओर हम कैसे बढ़ेंगे वो। चलिए अभी तक हमने देखा अगर हमें असर्टिव सेंटेंसेस दे दी गई हैं तो हम उन्हें इंटरोगेटिव में कैसे चेंज करें। अब हम देखेंगे कि यदि इंटरोगेटिव सेंटेंसेस दे दी गई हैं तो उसको असर्टिव में कैसे चेंज करेंगे। हालांकि इस पैटर्न के क्वेश्चन आने के चांसेस कम हैं, क्योंकि जब आप एक क्वेश्चन का आंसर लिखते हैं तो ज़रूरी नहीं है कि मेरा आंसर और आपका आंसर सेम हो सकता है हम दोनों ने आंसर अलग अलग तरीक़ों से दिए हों, बट हाँ सेंटेंस स्ट्रक्चर की जहाँ तक बात है उस बेसिस पे जज किया जाए तो नंबर पूरे मिल सकते हैं। चलिए शुरू करते हैं। इंटरोगेटिव से असर्टिव में कैसे चेंज करेंगे। चलिए पहला सवाल, डू आई गो टू बेड एट 10:30 PM? डू आई गो टू बेड एट 10:30 PM? वेल इसका जवाब ये एक यस नो क्वेश्चन है, मतलब कि इस सवाल का जवाब या तो यस होगा या फिर नो होगा। क्वेश्चंस दो प्रकार के होते हैं, जो इंटरोगेटिव सेंटेंसेस हम पढ़ते हैं क्वेश्चंस दो प्रकार के होते हैं। एक होते हैं यस नो क्वेश्चन जिनका जवाब आपको यस या नो होगा, या फिर WH क्वेश्चंस जैसे व्हाट, व्हेन, वेयर, हाउ भी उसी में आता है। इस तरह के जो सवाल होते हैं या सवाली सेंटेंसेस हो सकते हैं, वो हम WH क्वेश्चंस उन्हें कहते हैं। ये वाला एक यस नो क्वेश्चन है, तो इसका जवाब दोनों हो सकता है। डू आई गो टू बेड एट 10:30 PM? यस, आई गो टू बेड एट 10:30 PM। या फिर हो सकता है नो, आई डू नॉट गो टू बेड, आई डू नॉट गो टू बेड एट 10:30 PM। ये हो गया यस। अगला वाला देखिए, सेकेंड टाइप, सेकेंड क्वेश्चन, डू आई लाइक चॉकलेट? ये आप खुद से सॉल्व करिए। डू आई लाइक चॉकलेट? ये आप खुद से सॉल्व करिए। थर्ड वन, एम आई टायर्ड आफ्टर द लॉन्ग जर्नी? एम आई टायर्ड आफ्टर द लॉन्ग जर्नी? काफी सिंपल होता है इस तरह के सवालों को सुलझाना। क्लास 5 के लेवल पे ज्यादा रेलेवेंस है इसका। एम आई टायर्ड, फिर से इसका आंसर हो सकता है येस आई एम, येस आई एम, और फिर पूरा सेंटेंस, या फिर नो आई एम, नो आई एम नॉट टायर्ड, एंड फिर पूरा सेंटेंस एंडिंग इन फुल स्टॉप, एंडिंग इन फुल स्टॉप। ठीक है, चलिए अगला सवाल, चार। एम आई टायर्ड आफ्टर द, ये तो हो गया, सॉरी। ओके, इज द डॉग बार्किंग एट द स्ट्रेंजर? इज द डॉग barking at the stranger? Is the dog barking at the stranger? Is the dog barking at the stranger? फिर इसका जवाब वही आ सकता है, yes he is, yes it is, and पूरा सेंटेंस, no it is not, no it is not barking at the, not barking at the stranger. No it is not barking at the stranger. चलिए अगला, फाइव। Does the earth move around the sun? Does the earth move around the sun? ये आप खुद से सॉल्व करेंगे। क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 और 6 खुद से सॉल्व करेंगे। Does the sun rise? Does the sun rises in the west? Does the sun rises in the west? इसका एक ही आंसर पॉसिबल है इन दोनों सेंटेंसेस का। क्यों? क्योंकि ये ज्योग्राफिकल ट्रूथ्स हैं, ये यूनिवर्सल ट्रूथ्स हैं जो कभी चेंज नहीं होंगे। इसीलिए ऐसे सवालों में बहुत ध्यान रखें। अगर आपने गलत जवाब दे दिया या बोला कि द सन रिवॉल्व्स अराउंड द अर्थ, तो वो पूरा आंसर गलत हो जाएगा, बिकॉज वो एक ज्योग्राफिकल फैक्ट को गलत तरीके से पेश करेगा। सो बी वेरी केयरफुल इन दीज क्वेश्चंस। ये जो यूनिवर्सल ट्रूथ्स वाले हो सकते हैं। ठीक है, चलिए आगे। एक और ऐसा ही ले लीजिए। वन मोर क्वेश्चन टू गो। ये मैं आंसर कर दूंगी आपके लिए। आर देयर मिलियंस ऑफ स्टार्स इन द मिल्की वे गैलेक्सी? आर देयर millions of stars in the Milky Way galaxy? Are there millions of stars in the Milky Way galaxy? Yes, there are millions of stars. Yeah, no, there are not millions of stars. क्या होना चाहिए आप बताइए? What should be the answer? Yes. Yes, there are. Yes, there are millions of stars in the Milky Way galaxy. Yes, there are millions of stars in the Milky Way galaxy. चलो, आज का हमारा क्लास तो फिनिश हो गया. आई होप अब आपको इंटरोगेटिव सेंटेंसेस से असर्टिव में चेंज करना और असर्टिव से इंटरोगेटिव सेंटेंसेस में चेंज करना आ गया है. अब से हम नेक्स्ट क्लास में हम एक डिफरेंट पेयर को उठाएंगे और उसके देखेंगे. जहाँ तक ट्रांसलेशंस की बात है आज रहने देते हैं. आई एम क्वाइट टायर्ड टुडे. नेक्स्ट क्लास फॉर श्योर मैं पिछले ट्रांसलेशन का आंसर और एक फ्रेश ट्रांसलेशन आपको दे दूंगी. विद दैट बीइंग सेड, गुड बाय. सी यू इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास.